Hey everybody, it's Bruce here at WaterBear, and this channel, as you know very well, is all about helping you on your journey as a professional musician. It's all about that long-term sustainable career. So let's get started with guaranteed ways that you can be more employable as a musician. Tip number one, of course, is subscribe to this channel where we talk about this stuff day in and day out. And actually, this is going to be a short video because this stuff is not rocket science. It's kind of common sense, but you'd be surprised how many musicians get this wrong, and therefore it's all quick wins for you. Actual tip number one, professionalize yourself, and here's a checklist to do exactly that. Get out of bed. People who make a living in music are generally up and about, working and contactable at 8 in the morning. Up-to-date CV and EPK. Driver's license, you got to learn to drive. Appropriate social media for you as a professional person. Just be aware that the dividing line between you personally and you professionally kind of gets a bit blurry at that point. So make sure that anything that's on your socials, you are happy to see in a professional context. Speed is really important. If you're going to leave it 48 hours to reply to a message, it'll be too late and the gig will have gone to somebody else. So be responsive on all your social media, all your messages, and that definitely still includes email. One last point here, professional people who do this stuff will be used to working like this. Now the thing is, it's very tempting to find an excuse, to find a reason why you can't do this stuff, particularly the getting up at 8 in the morning. And I've heard them a lot over the years, and I will tell you that the people are out there getting stuff done, having careers, spend less time making excuses and more time doing. Tip number two, learn to recognize opportunity. Now, I believe that every single person, every single musician gets a few breaks in their life, but very few actually recognize the opportunities when they get them. So it's learning to recognize opportunity. Now, one of the biggest reasons why people don't go for big opportunities in their life is that subconsciously or consciously, they're worried about failure. And one of the things we've got to do as professional performing musicians is get over that and have a crack at it. Worst case, if you do fail, it's a learning experience. And if you don't put yourself out there, it will never happen for you. Because if it's not now, then when? Number three, slightly controversial, but take care of your image. You've got to understand what we're selling here and in what context. We're working into the entertainment business, and yes, it should always be about the music, but sadly it isn't. And people will see you and get an impression before they hear what you can actually do. A good way to approach this is just consider it part of the job and bring all the creativity that you put into music, bring an element of that into the construction of some kind of appropriate image. Now, this isn't about you being made to feel uncomfortable or styled by a stylist. It's just about bringing the good bits to the front and making the most of your best features. Now, if you're thinking this sounds exactly like me, this is all the stuff I'm doing, and yet I'm still not getting a gig, then maybe you need a little bit of an objective view, and that's where that kind of one-to-one mentoring stuff comes in, because nobody makes it on their own. Everybody needs a little bit of help and advice. That is where WaterBear come in, of course, and if you're finding that music is becoming an important part of what you do, and you want to do this kind of stuff day in, day out, then we do a BA Honours degree, on-site or online, and we also do master's qualifications. You can study from anywhere in the world or right in the heart of Brighton. Stay tuned to the WaterBear channel for further broadcasts on taking your career as a musician and making it actually happen.